So to begin with, we need to have a backend action that will actually create this. So let's do something a little bit different to save ourselves some time. Let's go to our tables, and we're going to choose the users tab. And you'll notice here there is a generate actions. And what this will do is it'll simplify the process of creating the backend action for us. So let's click on generate action. And these are the different types of actions. And since we're creating a record, let's just unselect everything other than create and hit generate action. Now, when we go into our backend, let's go under actions, and we can see that we have this create user action that is already created for us. We can see that it is triggered by an input, and it's trying to create the record in the database for us. So let's go back to our page. Let's create a new front end action, and let's call this create point. And let's choose and let's select the endpoint of create users. And it's going to ask us to start filling out some of these placeholders here. So let's start, we can leave that input ID blank, but let's go ahead here, and we're looking for create user endpoint 0 model. And this is going to be email. So let's do email. This is going to be password. So let's do the same thing. All right, create endpoint 0 password. And we'll do that for each one of these fields. All right, now that we have those done, let's go ahead and hit save. And please make sure all values have a value. Okay. So I guess we do have to put it input ID here. And then hit save. Okay, so that's going to create the client in the database. Now, what we want to do, though, is we want to add another event. And that event is actually going to be to run an action. And then what we want to do is run the action that gets the current users. I believe that's what it is. We'll check that in a minute just to verify. Not create users, get users. Save. Okay, let's go back. And let's go ahead and close this modal window out. So let's go down here to modal, click the gear icon, change that to hide. And let's go into our div block and to our front end action. And the workflow actually is called get all clients. So let's go back to our front end and go under create a client and run this action. And this is get all clients. And hit save. Now, one of the other things I like to do is I like to assign a variable to those modal windows so that we can decide whether or not to show them. So let's do that. So let's click on this new button again. Click on modal. Click the gear icon. And we actually have this bound to show new client modal. So let's go back into our front end action and let's just go ahead and add an event here. And this time we're going to set a field of the variable, and we're going to search for modal and show new client modal. We want to set that to false. Okay, and then hit save. That should be it. So now let's go ahead and build our code, and then we'll preview.